Welcome back, UniVersus community. We are here for round number 2 at the Atlanta Regional, and I got Christopher Bromley here joining us for the rest for this round. We've got a really good match this round, I think. We got a rematch of finals from US Nats last year. We got Travis Tangeman on Krista Lenz on Chaos, playing kind of a city rampage, go big or go home style deck.
Yeah, that's definitely the newest, I guess, thing for this Krista deck is that he's playing citywide rampage and opting to just go straight for the 5 divs because all of the good ones were 5 div anyway, right? And then on the other side of the table, we've got Thomas Swafford.
Nope, that's Corey Nelson.
That looks like Corey Nelson.
That's Corey Nelson.
That is definitely Corey Nelson. Corey Nelson's playing his tried and true baby blue Izuku Midoriya. He got top 2 last event, just almost won last event with this deck, and there's only a few adjustments that I see from it. But it's gonna do its thing, right? It's gonna try to make a large one-shot move, whether it be Phantom Thread or Wingnuts Rampage, right? Use a Fajin to set up the one-shot on a previous turn. But both are very resilient to the tricks of the trade that the other deck is gonna try to do. So you and I sat here, and the first thing you said, this is gonna be a 60-minute match. Do you still stand by that?
I don't know. The City Rampage decks are not meant to go 60 minutes.
Ever. Right.
So, but I don't know. This hand looks pretty good for Travis here. We got a good build out to start off.
So tell me a little bit about this Krista character. We haven't seen them in since Worlds, really, since the last time we saw Travis on the character.
Yeah, this deck is playing. Look at that cut. Slide the bottom card here. On top.
You gotta do the salty cut for your boy.
Yep. This deck is definitely aimed to use as many discard effects that are hoping to cycle, or just using your review in general just to gain wall counters and just accumulate a massive amount.
Yeah, the big one for me is don't do this, right? It's just discard 1 card and give you an attack stun 1. It's what your character's doing already, right?
Yep.
She needs counters fueled by discard triggers, and she uses them to give attack stun. What does this card do? Well, it discards a card to give an attack stun, you silly goose. So it's slowly, very, very like, I'm not slow, but on your first attack, you're going to have stun 2 with don't do this out, and we don't see it out immediately. But on the flip side, we see Corey getting a solid bit out with some very powerful things for Midoriya specifically, right? I don't know about you, but if I saw Defiant Stance and Heroic Passion on the board against Midoriya, I'd be very, very trepidatious about going in, right? Because those 2 cards are going to work in concert to give a lot of minus speed since Midoriya didn't get to swap over, right? We're on the front side of Midoriya.
Also, her passion is just kind of the linchpin of this deck currently. I remember watching Corey in Canada, and he's just going first form. I'll do the first form, draw 2, and draw cards. And then he just builds 5 go.
Yeah, build afterwards.
I'm like, all right, I'm at 8 hand size.
Yeah, and the nice thing is he's into a stun deck.
Yeah.
Right? So Heroic Passion doesn't necessarily need to just be used for offense, right? It can also be used, hey, I'm gonna have this effect that it does something when you stun me. And we see here, Travis saying, I don't care that you have Moment of Rest out. I don't care that you've got those 2 key defensive and offensive flex cards for Midoriya. I'm gonna play Heroic Rampage, and I'm gonna play Barrett's favorite card, Vast Hybrid Chimera Kraken.
And looks like we're going to get that Defiant Stance frozen and committed. Or committed in frozen.
And then stunning with... No, we're using Midoriya.
For -3 speed, but we get to draw a card.
Yeah. This is something that... it's turn 2. He didn't have the opportunity to flip over.
Yeah.
But I wish more Midoriyas defensively early in the game would stay on the front side. We're going to give this -2 speed and draw a card if it is blocked with Aaron's sidestep. And yeah, this is just it's interesting that Travis used the citywide rampage to me because I see this as a setup turn, right?
Yep.
I would say, here's my Vast Hybrid. I'm going to get rid of that Defiant Stance, maybe get some damage in. We're going to see a partial block with a Goblin Bolt, everybody's favorite cancel. But, if you're Travis and you see Corey block with an aerial Goblin Bolt, right, are you kind of regretting your decision-making?
This deck doesn't have, it has a couple of big payoffs, but most of the time I'm like, okay, this deck, I think that Travis is actually playing a lot more enhances now.
Yeah.
That are okay, it's do you stop my draw a ton of cards with Walmeria? If not, that's the big one, I think.
So we had Wall Maria in hand, and I think that's the one we wanted to play second. However, the Goblin Bolt really says, like, hey, you cannot go into that second. You cannot. It had to be your opener.
Yep.
And so while Travis probably wanted to load up some more counters and draw some more cards, instead we went with this new little, is this a starter card?
Yes.
Right? From Toga's deck, a Leaping Slice. It's an interesting inclusion. We used to have, and I forget the name of the 4-diff, but it said stun 2 and then freeze all cards committed by it, which is
the girl power ice wall.
Yes. Yeah. Or maybe it was stun 1, but with Krista, if you had stun 1 from your character and stun 1 from Don't Do This, it could be freeze 3 cards, right?
Yeah.
But because we're playing Citywide Rampage, we're not allowed to play those 4-diffs anymore. So it looks like a card that, it looks kind of innocuous on its face, right? But look at the pieces, right?
Yeah.
It's got stun 1 printed on it. It's got discard 1 card, right, for speed, and then if it does damage, you redraw, right?
Yep.
So just by itself, it doesn't look like something that I would be particularly excited about, but it's got the right zone, right? It's got the right damage number, right, for us to put speed and damage on, and the difficulty number as well for Citywide Rampage, and then it's all printed got stun on it, right? So it does all the things that Krista, the character, specifically looks for. And I like when players bust out something random like this, like an old card that does something interesting. And wow, attacking again. We want damage now.
Coming in here.
We're like, on 8, we're saying, yeah. I mean, I understand as you know, this is the turn where we're going to try to get Midoriya down to killable, levels.
Yes.
We had to completely tap out for the thing, but we took the opportunity where it was. Goblin Bolt there, of course, being used to cancel Wall Maria's might. But yeah, I mean, 4 momentum, 2 Vast Hybrid Chimera Krakens in the momentum. How do you feel as Corey at 11 health now?
That's a tough spot, especially with you're down a foundation.
Yeah.
You're down your one of your strongest foundations.
And he's going to use the Midoriya form to flip over to Quirks Unleashed. And that's a huge deal because now we've got 4 foundations turned over. There's a card, I think, in Krista's deck that looks for 4 foundations committed called Walk the Dog.
Yeah.
So this is a scary, scary turn, And it's funny to me because I know Travis, and he's like me. He likes to, when he loses, he's very vocal about not liking being aggroed down. But that was a turn where Travis was aggroing down the opponent. On turn 2, playing 4 attacks after playing a 5 difficulty action, and we'll see if you can follow up and get through. I don't think it's happening. I think we're going to see a build turn.
I mean, we did do the right thing with this, and we used the number 23s to dig a little deeper in the deck before we drew some cards before our review step.
Oh, he's going for it.
And he's going for it. Why not?
Well, you got all that momentum.
We have +2 speed on all of our attacks.
Yeah.
If we keep up the... Oh,
okay. One of them was Titan Glyph, so, I mean, that makes sense. Okay. All right. This could be the turn. We're going to flash this, and I think we're going to see a Keiko's Aid block. No Keiko's Aid. Just a regular old block from Midoriya, which is crucial. We are going to be able to build down Aaron's sidestep here using not
desperately.
Desperately. Okay. There's the D in there.
Yep.
But for Travis, opening with the Titan Cliff, not getting to build, not getting to cycle, this is the huge one, though. I think you could die to Walk the Dog. There's just so much speed and so much damage on this one. Right? We can use, it's going to come in with 1/1, so this Walk the Dog is going to be a
7/7.
7 low 7 with powerful 3. It's going to stun at least 2 cards because of Krista and its own enhance. And then we have enough momentum to make it for what? I mean, we got powerful 3 times 4?
And we have +5 speed.
+5
we go
speed.
Both Krakens and that, so...
I mean, okay, and so on Corey's side, we've got -2 speed from Aaron's sidestep. We've got -2 speed from the Return of the Kings. Okay, and we've got Special Forces Elite? Is that what I see?
Yes.
So -4 speed is going to make this 7 speed after stun 2. I mean, it's a feasible block.
Yeah.
It's a feasible block, so I don't know if you go all in as Travis, but like it certainly could go poorly if Midoriya checks a3. Corey, sorry, I understand he's not Midoriya, but I want to say because he's the Midoriya guy right now. Mitchell Chimino didn't show up to this event, so
Mitchell Chimino's here.
Is he here?
He's in the big. He's up top in the big. I don't think he's on Midoriya. I haven't checked yet. I did not take a peek.
I also did not. We'll have to see. Well, anyway, Mitchell. I've known Mitchell a long time. Corey, I've seen at events, and he's always doing something cool. But rewind back a little bit. Last Nats, it was not the exact same matchup, and this Krista deck is very different, right? But Corey was playing Recovery Girl, which is a similarly kind of speeded deck, right? It's not looking to one-shot you on turn 2, but looking to amass resources for a big combo. And boy, howdy. Okay, we're sending it. We're putting the speed onto the Walk the Dog using the Vast Hybrids. And all we've got left as
and Corey's calling it.
Corey's
He's like,
saying,
you got
yeah,
it.
that's too fast. All right. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Well,
I don't know. Maybe I counted my chickens a little too early here, Bromley.
yeah, I think that the crucial thing there was that Corey swapped on turn 2.
Yeah, I think he needed to stay on the other.
Yeah,
you get the defense of it, but
he had no defensive actions or cards in hand. There was no Goblin Bolt to follow that up with. There was no Airy Smile, right? And Travis, really exploiting the early turn, right? Saying, I went first, and I'm going to full send. It doesn't matter that my stats are not so huge that they can, but it's enough. If I play 5 moves on this one turn where I have the exploit, and if I check well, it wasn't like what I would describe as an immensely thoughtful turn. The most thought that was involved there was waiting to play the Wall Maria's Might till later.
Yeah.
But it was an effective one, right? Into a game plan that was, resilient later on in the game, right? If you give the Midoriya another 2 turns, you could feasibly block everything and make your turn really, really sad. But yeah, I mean, that's what I would call the alley-oop game, where you set yourself up for turn 3 and knock it down from there.
I'm looking at Travis going into Cyborg. Like, obviously, these players are teammates. They are. They definitely, knowledge has been shared here and there.
Sure.
And he's going, instead of going up on the defensive stuff, he's pulling it out. He's taking normal moments out. He's taking the runaways out, and he's putting in Scanlan hands and incredible displays.
So tell me what Scanlan's hand is going to do for us here.
Commit Midoriya. Like, if you flip, you're like, all right, I'm just going to commit your character. You don't have that.
That would be pretty good.
Yeah. It's like, they don't get to draw a card. They don't get the flash.
Yeah. Crucially, you do need a momentum for it, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You do have to get a momentum for that.
Not that it was particularly difficult last game, but and that's a thing that happens as Midoriya, anyways. That typically they're using their bulk for off blocks. That's why you see Infinite Potential is used in this deck. It's because all of its good actions, right? Or it's just the one. It's really just Airy Smile, right?
Yep.
Airy Smile is going to be the card they're going to be trying to block. They'll flash your first move or flash your most important move, and then block with Airy Smile. Infinite Potential makes it so that they are able to do that a little more consistently. But yeah, Scanlan's hand is going to make it so you can't just flash my first move, which is the most frustrating thing when you're playing into Midoriya, is you have to really consider, especially if you're on low hand size, right? Krista's a character who can draw 1,000 cards, right, but needs to stick that Wall of Maria's Might. So turning off Midoriya is going to be a big deal, especially now that you're going second.
Yep.
Right? So I saw the Scanlan's hand coming in. Did he even put in the Filled with Doubts?
I think he just put in the Incredible Display.
Incredible Display. That one makes sense, right? If you have the momentum, both of them require momentum, crucially, right? But both of them are going to be really important for stemming the like annoying defensive trick that the Midoriya deck is so well known for. And I know we talked about Airy Smiles a lot, but this is an interesting card to me. I mean, like, in my head, this is played for a defensive deck. It does absolutely nothing offensively. I mean, I guess you could play it for...
I have definitely stacked a 6. That's about all I've ever done with this.
Sure. But the thing is that when you're on a string where you want a 6 on top, typically this guy's going to be on a 6 too.
Yep.
So you're either doing on your opener into something else or something like that. But I see it used a lot more. Whoa, what an offensive hand.
Okay, good.
And then on Corey's end, we see he's open with the good ones. But Airy Smiles is only being used mostly because of its symbols in a lot of decks that are, looking to get one more turn.
Yep.
Because that's what it buys. It buys you one more turn. Oh, checks at 3. Animus Shot staying in is interesting to me.
I think it's kind of that's a force through of like, you just put one pump of stats on it, and it's just your +3/+3, and then make him have to block that.
I guess, but is Krista the character that this is going to be doing effective, like hand stripping a character that has potential to draw a 9, right? Also not playing any backups. 0. Actually 0 backups. What What a build. Oh, my gosh. Okay, we failed. Oh, we're going to get there anyway. Really? That was on a 4? Oh, it just looks like there's so many more.
I know.
This one's on a 6.
He's
okay.
like, I just want this out of my hand.
Yeah, I mean.
I trust it. I don't think it's like, he can't one-shot me back.
Yeah.
You're like.
And the thing is, because we have Maria's Might, you kind of want to. Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Especially with 2 Defiant Stance built on turn 1.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So this is the thing, is that you're going to be looking for that. And so here, I see Midoriya do what I would call a mistake, where they always flash the first one. Into a deck like Travis's, do you think that Midoriya, Quirks Unleashed, of course, right, should flash the first move every single time, or do we want to consider what our opponent is playing?
Considering what Travis is playing, and Travis is the high-level player he is, unless I would really be like, I almost never want to trust the first card.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, and you see here, it's going to be Citywide Rampage into probably the Titan Cliff.
Yeah.
Titan Cliff, he's going to be expecting it to get flashed, is the thing, though.
Yeah.
Right? And it's got great stats to begin with. And I don't think that Midoriya... Oh, he does set it to speed to 0. Okay.
Yeah.
My bad. I forgot about that bit.
Oh, yeah, flashes in zeros, yeah. So it's...
Okay. So we formed with a card that Okay, we're going to form the discard 1, draw 1.
Yeah, we both players discard draw.
Okay, get some
traumatizing realizations.
But
we're going to go with that Rampage, though.
But it's a cool little mind game to play, right?
Yep.
Because as Corey, that Travis is going to be considering that you could hold it, right? If you're, is this a competent, quote unquote, Midoriya player? And which one do you toss out first? And so he's gonna go for the Titan.
Yeah. Let's
checks the 6 too. Oh,
he's
wow.
Corey's like, no.
And there it is. And so and I think that you kind of have to do it here.
Yes.
Because if Travis's hand is not good, you don't want him to dig for more attacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to me, personally, if I saw the Citywide Rampage, I would say he's already got the attacks, right? And so maybe I would flash something later, because now we're kind of out of juice, right? We're saying, hey, you're going to be able to stun the crap out of me. And Titan Cliff is not a card that has printed stun in it. So, I don't know. I'm not saying it's the correct call. It might not be. But it's an interesting dance that they have to play. And we end up seeing here, we're going to be committing, due to the stun, we're going to be committing our Heroic Passion, drawing a card. And Krista's going to be giving it another instance of stun, committing the Moment of Normalcy. And keeping up, can you see what this card here is next to Aaron's Sidestep? Is that Code Edits?
Yes, that's Code Edits. So it cancels Blitz cancel flip.
Blitz can't. Okay, all right. Well, now I'm happier about the Titan Cliff cancel, because we still have an answer for the Walmaria.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, having the reload, like, on the expectation of Travis doesn't leave with Walmaria. You play like as your third attack in the line, so that you're trying to maximize your card draw.
Right. And man, Travis is pressing every button on this board. And Fearsome Transformations is a card that typically you don't see used unless you have momentum. But in Krista, it's like an auto inclusion, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because you're getting to cycle, and you're also getting more. We have 9 counters on Krista right now, right? Just because we had all of those Fearsome Transformations, all of the horrifying realizations, right? It's just like, there's just if we stick the Walmaria, which we know that Corey's been respecting with the code edits.
We're going to stun again.
Oh, more stun. Holy moly. And saying if it does damage, the thing is that it redraws if it deals damage. And I think this will be doing damage. I don't think that Corey is allowed to...
We're going to draw one more here. We have to draw.
Here's Walk the Dog. Do you think... I think he's going Maximum Greed again. I think he's going Walk the Dog into the Walmaria to try to redraw 50.
Yeah.
Because he wanted that code edits down.
He didn't draw from the Leaping Slice. He didn't redraw.
He didn't redraw?
Nope. He missed the draw.
Oh, he missed it. Dang. Okay, well.
I mean, he's about to reload his hand.
Yes. I think he's going to play the Walmaria here.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be drawing. We're at 8, 9 counters. You go to 11, draw 5?
Yeah.
Does it round up?
Let's
go find out.
Let's go find out. Double check.
Add 1 wall counter to this card.
For every 2.
Every 2. Okay, so it is rounded down, quote unquote. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, again, we're seeing Corey put down to an immensely small amount of health, and this one's going to be doing 6.
Yep.
So we're going to be at 6.
Oh, we sealed it.
He sealed it with the moment of risk. No, filled with doubt.
Filled with doubt.
Filled with
sealed.
doubt is the card. I'm silly. Wow, Corey. What a. I guess he must have random drawed into it. I didn't see it in our opening hand. But man, that's pretty crucial.
Yeah.
I think. Because six more cards.
Yep.
For Travis?
All right, so we have. Let's start counting the pumps here. We're at 1. We're at the first one.
I think he's just trying to draw.
I think he is. I think he's going to draw and build.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to. He might play an attack to try to get another. Oh, maybe he just doesn't have an attack in hand. But stopping for breakfast.
Oh, we got another passion.
Another heroic passion. Going to have to commit another card. Don't want to see that. Boy, howdy. Desperate Plea, big deal when you have 2 of them, and you want to hold the good blocks. And out of the Street Fighter,
the Street Hero.
Street Hero is a card that replaces an old faithful. Flip to add 1 card from your card pool to your hand. Only playable if you block 2 or more attacks in hand. We do not have the Aries Smile, but into this deck, who's attacking you with a huge string, you may be trying to block more than once.
Yeah,
and so we'll see. I think Travis doesn't have the Titan Cliff to go here. Might be doing a big build. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, even though we have the Walk the Dog, we don't have the 4 speed from the 2 best hybrid Chimera Krakens like the first game. And yeah, I agree. I think we're just not going to be able to.
Yeah, we're going into the wall now.
Okay, but Corey's at 6.
Yeah.
So any misstep and it's over. Even though this is a really killer hand, right? With the Aries Smile, with an attack, with former foundations, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, just saying, hey, I can't get you?
Are we just...
He drew too many cards.
Oh. Because he hadn't activated the draw effect. So now...
Well...
So here's what happens is if you draw too many cards, especially at the start of your hand, you have to reveal your hand to your opponent, and then they remove a card from the game, and it can't be referenced in any way, shape, and form for the rest of the game.
Yeah, it's in the super duper de-duper removed from game zone. Okay, so
you get a warning for that, obviously, for an overdraw.
This is really interesting.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is not what I would call a regular sequence of events, right?
Yep.
But it's something that, as a competitive player, Jesse, okay, you can attest to that. What do you do in this situation? That hand had Fajin Flurry was the only offensive card.
Yep.
Goblin Bolt and Aries Smile were what I would describe as often, the defensive tricks that you'd have to worry about as Travis, right? And so he said, I don't want you to attack me. He didn't say, I'm going to try to kill you next turn. He said, I don't want you to attack me this turn. I don't want you to get 100 momentum, so on and so forth. Would you have done the same? If you saw Aries, because those are the big 3, right? There were some foundations for sure that we could look at.
I would have probably shot the Aries Smiles down.
The Aries Smiles is the card that you would have done?
I think so. That's the... Like, we're going to try here. Here we go.
Right.
We're going to try to see what the hand can hold.
Scanlan's hand coming out. Just like you talked about when we were sideboarding, Scanlan's hand with a momentum is going to commit, or attempt to, at least.
Yes.
I think there's a stopping for breakfast on Corey's side of the field. And there's no way to cancel a response as Travis. So I think, is that what happened? What did we commit? We committed cheerleader. He said, I don't care about your character. No, Corey must have committed that. What happened? I don't see. Oh, stopping for breakfast is removed from game. Okay, I was looking for in the discard pile. It removes your cost.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is what happened. We're going to be going for the Keiko's Aid block, and I think you get to build the Scanlan's hand.
Yep, Aries Smiles getting in here for the block. We're going to flip 1 and say, play a non-attack.
Yeah, and build down the Aries for -2 speed my turn. Get the Scanlan's hand response.
After his block is played, your next attack this turn gets +3 or -3 damage. Character has, let's say, inside your rival, field this. So we just have literally you block, all right, next one's +3. Just like,
yeah, I mean,
bring the fist.
It's very cool when you're Scanlan and you usually have less hand size than your opponent, and you also get to build it, right, to do your action tricks. But in here is not bad. The thing is, though, I don't think we're going to be able to attack more, right? Even through this, you have a big board, and you only need to do 6 damage. But this is a huge stage for Corey.
Yep.
And I agree with Travis's use of the Scalen's hand. You got it. You had to get through the stopping for breakfast, right? And wow, okay, we're going for it.
Yep.
We're going for
We're
it.
gonna push.
No Citywide Rampage to really support this 5-diff turn, but we have the walk the dog in hand.
Yeah.
So this is going to be, I think, I don't think we have. Oh, we do have a don't do this. This is going to be stun 3. And we could see Travis using his counters to start stacking the deck.
Yeah.
Which if he's trying to go for it here is what would happen. And so there goes the response on infinite potential.
Yep.
Right,
Make
making
it a high.
the attack high, saying, what? Wait, hang on, this one's already high. Why did we do that? Maybe we're. Oh no, it's not. It's not. He took it back.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, wait, this one's free to die. We want that one for the walk the dog. But yeah, okay. So -2 speed. It looks like from
No.
Aaron's sidestep.
Yes. So we've done -2 speed. We did nice try nice try.
Nice try.
The
Okay.
Midoriya Foundations
Yeah,
with -2 speed from that.
And then finally free getting used by Travis to zing a momentum off the top of the deck. Boy, howdy. Okay, losing the counters, giving the attack, stun 1. We've stun 1'd already. Corey gets an opportunity to play an enhance. We'll see if he's going to use anything. But I don't know. This is a pretty effective wall, if you ask me.
Yeah, I've watched Corey play this deck multiple times when we were in Canada because I was just like, my rounds were done in 10 minutes sometimes. And I'm just like, watching this match play, I was like, oh, this is just like the Grey War level of like, I'll just go to build the infinite. What do you got? And if no one plays, like, only matchups that ever I saw him get problems with were the one, like the Godzilla, like in the finals when he just the world got blown up and he's like, yeah, I can't do much about that.
Yeah. Unless you have some sort of, real tricky way to get through a deadlock board like this, it can be very, very hard to punch through. But we see that we're going to be stacking a Walk the Dog and a Phantom Threat on our deck and their deck, respectively, as from Travis's point of view, going to be trying to draw that Walk the Dog and saying, I am going for the kill here.
Yep.
I am, and not stacking 6s, saying I want more attacks, which is ballsy.
Yeah, this will be on a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
On an 8. I don't know how many of those we can pass without stacking 6s. And maybe it's a setup for next turn. Maybe. But if you were doing that, you wouldn't stack a Phantom Threat on your opponent's deck.
No.
So I think he's going to try. He's going to go for it. Leaping Slice is not terribly difficult to block, right? So stacking the 3 is at best going to make your opponent tap 1 or 2. Here's the other stun from Krista's effect. And I'm glad he's doing that because I was stream judge at Worlds, and Travis missed so many stun triggers. He was giving stun to things left and right, forgetting the stun. So I'm glad he's doing that here.
Mm-hmm.
He's made the adjustment and said, hey, I'm not going to do that again. Here we go, blocking with Aerial Goblin Bolt, taking partial.
Go to 3.
Taking partial. Oh, my God. Okay, now you got a perfect block for the rest of the game, Corey. Wowzers. And so we have an infinite potential. We've got a way to pick up this Goblin Bolt after it's, because we blocked twice now, right? After it's used, you could pick up the mid block, but you gotta. Okay, I see another Goblin Bolt. I see Stopping for Breakfast. I see Moment of Rest in hand.
All right, we're going. This is gonna be the big check here.
Yeah, and so
checks a 5.
Checks a 5, taps 3 to make it 8. But this one I think is gonna get blocked. We have the Stopping for Breakfast. We're going to flip over a card. I don't know what it was. But it may have been Infinite Potential, perhaps?
Yes. I think we made this up.
No, because we have a Stopping for Breakfast in hand. I don't think he flipped that one because it happened after the stun happened. So I just don't know what it was.
Yeah, they're playing so quick, and we're trying to catch the card.
It looks like Aaron's sidestep because it has -4 speed on it right now. It should have entered with 3 damage unless Scalen's hand says full block. Let's go look. Scalen's hand. Block is played. Okay, yeah, it should have entered with
if we didn't respond, we don't remember to activate the response.
Yeah, that's true. And also, Corey is dead on any any amount of life loss, basically, unless you send a 2 damage move, right? There's not any DR on Corey's side, so it may have just been like, I don't really care. But here's a 2 low 6. Yeah, it's stopping for breakfast being used. Blocking on a 4. Got to tap 1 card. I think it's like, 3. Oh, it wasn't -4 speed. He was saying this is a 4 speed.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I personally, when I use the dice, I put the number that's negative.
That's how I do it.
What the number is, and that's fine. So see here, we're going to keep stopping for breakfast. We're going to keep code edits, and we're going to keep a face down. I don't know if we're going to be able to block this guy.
I don't know. I think we just roll 5s and we're going to get there.
And so I think you just kind of have to use the moment of rest to make it so it doesn't have stun.
The filled with doubt, not moment of rest.
Filled. I keep saying moment of rest.
I'm like,
sorry.
I think he's just
and he says,
got it.
I've only got a mid block. Yeah. Good game.
Good game. Like, that was not what we expected out of that matchup. Like, I expected this to be, we did, game 2 went to where I expected it to be, but Travis, even without City Rampage, still found a way through it with Scanlan Hand.
Yeah, I mean, we played 4 moves on top of a Scanlan's Hand and through an Ares Smiles block without using Krista's stack. So that was a heart of the cards moment.
Truly.
And I know guys at home, you were probably like, man, this Midoriya deck does nothing. It's just sitting there. And the reason for that is because it's not attacking more than once or twice the game.
Yes.
Right? If he had been given another turn, I think that could have been the end of it. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Because Travis would have been completely tapped out. Corey would have been drawing into a fresh set of cards. So I think even though he didn't, quote unquote, didn't put any life loss on Krista, I think that it was a pretty competitive game in that second one. The first one for sure was a wash for him. He just got had his butt handed to him. But yeah, okay. Well,
Yeah, so what we're doing here is we're gonna be collecting the winner, Travis Tangeman, in just a moment. He's gonna come on over. We're gonna do a little hot mic interview, running another round of that. Looks like we have some information also that's being collected. We're hoping those will be all ready to go. But we're gonna give the players a few minutes. I mean, I did not expect that match to be done in 30. Like, I expected we were gonna be post actual time in the round.
I think it was the correct. Okay,
he had to go in. He had to go in.
It was a decision to make, right? We put in the citywide rampages to be able to resolve our 5 difficulties early, and that was turn 2, right?
Yep.
Was the most exploitable turn going into Midoriya, right? And so I think that it worked out, right? It worked out. He executed his game plan. He put it all on the line, right? Checking E3s there, and I think that he would have lost, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to roll the dice and go for it.
You get double 5s. That's all he needed.
Yeah.
So we'll take that. We'll take that in this situation here. We got this. The matchup played about where I expected, and it's just like I said, Corey doesn't find that protection. It gets a little rough here, but here is our winner of the round, Travis Tangeman.
Hey, Trav.
Hey, everybody. What's up?
Doing good.
Any questions for me?
Travis, as the resident, sorry, Jesse, as the resident, I like to go late guy, how did it feel to unleash the beast?
I mean, it was whatever. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of City Rampage, just as a card, design-wise. As you know, I like to play late game. That card very much encourages you to not play a late game.
Sure.
I played it in Krista specifically because she has to have access. Because if you can't punish these people that are aping you on turn 2, then
but Corey is not someone that I would describe as aping you on turn 2, right?
Yeah, correct.
So you were very much occupied that mindset, right?
In that matchup, I have to switch up because if he gets the late game, his late game is way better than mine.
Way stronger because
So,
he has all those tools to build up to.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like as you guys saw the Goblin Bolts and the Street Heroes to pick up Goblin Bolts and
Yeah. Well, that's cool. And I saw the Scanlan's Hand coming in.
Yes.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah, Scanlan Hand, pretty good. The +3 damage, actually relevant, so that was sick.
Yeah. Well, and Corey's somebody who's on your team, so was the Scanlan's Hand for Midoriya, or was it for just defensive characters?
It's for any defensive character, really, but it's specifically good against Midoriya because it shuts down the flash. Yeah, that's his whole defense, and his defense kind of becomes a little more fraudulent if he doesn't have it. So
I thought you said fraudulent there. Jesse, sorry, go ahead.
No, I just want to say, obviously, You were the previous U.S. national champion. You will be until we decide to hold another national event.
Yeah.
Also, you just replayed essentially the finals of that event again.
Yes, we did. It was very funny.
What made your decision to go to Krista for this event in general?
I just wanted to enjoy my time playing the game again.
Awesome.
And so I was like, I want to play the character that draws a billion cards, and I think she has some amount of legs in the meta. I played like 6 games of testing before I decided to play her, and then didn't play anything else. I won 5 of the 6 games. I was like, this is good enough.
Yeah. Why not?
Did you have anything else on your short list?
Not really.
Okay.
I thought about Godzilla for a while.
Interesting.
Fully embracing the beast, but I was like, this is not for me. I can't.
Got it. Okay, cool. You got anything else, Jesse?
No, well, I just wish you good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, thank you.
We've got 6 more rounds to go today.
Yes.
It's going to be a grind.
Yeah.
Break a leg.
We'll keep an eye on you throughout the event.
Yeah, you guys are doing a great job. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
See ya.
There we go. Our winner of round number 2 on stream, Krista, Lenz, being piloted by Travis Angeman.
So now we're going to be seeing the graphic for the top 30 players in the room heading into round 3, right?
From round 1.
Yeah. Oh, heading into round 2. Okay.
Yeah.
So
We
these
got
are
like an idea of a character. We have a
yeah. People who were 1-0. Okay, so there's
But
there's probably more than 30 people who are 1-0.
Yes.
But look at all these Godzillas. Whoa, Godzilla's ponies. Midoriya Mitchell did end up playing Midoriya. Okay. And so this is what I expected coming to the event. I did a lot of research because I've been at home, kind of like sitting on my hands, not listening to the streams. And I said, okay, they want me to commentate again. I'll come out. I'll do the research. This is what I thought was going to be in the room. I thought there'd be ponies. I thought there'd be Godzillas. I thought there'd be Deviljins. I thought there would be Midoriyas and Rodans.
Yep.
The one thing I see here on the screen that I wasn't expecting. Oh my gosh, Smiling Titan. Oh my goodness.
Bebop?
Yeah, and then Bebop. Bebop, hell yeah, go Hayden. But Zeke and the other backup decks are kind of occupying that mid-range between the super fast aggression of the stuff that ponies and Godzillas can put out and the very, very debilitating control that Midoriya and Rodan put out. And so it's cool to see the kind of the rock, paper, scissors that these 3 styles of decks will be going through, right? Because, I think Zeke is kind of uniquely capable of dealing with the aggressive decks in the format. And the aggressive decks are really good at running down someone like Midoriya. And it's not that specific characters are doing this thing, it's that there's styles.
Yes.
And that's really cool for me to see in a game that I typically wouldn't have said, oh, well, there's classic control, mid-range, and early game aggression archetypes. We see that there's a push for that for the past few sets to make that sort of thing happen. And we're seeing the fruits of that on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Deviljin is a character that I didn't see at events, but I've been hearing a lot of talk about.
Yeah.
So tell me a little about him.
He is so the whole archetype of equipment heist / massive mutant machine decks he's like one of the characters. He's a good delivery system.
Yes.
That's the whole. It's like him. It's Hawks. I've seen Toga 4s doing it because they use they turn into Conley Woods and they'll drag cards in the pool and do crazy things. And then there's other mutant machine decks that just go I'll sneak this into play somehow.
Yeah, either it's overhaul sneaking to play from hand.
Yep.
You see some people take it from the discard pile, right? It's just like the funniest one to me is
Pullman?
Armin.
Yeah, Armin.
New Armin, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because he can build anything face
He
down.
was build this face down to it, build it, and I'll put it back up.
What could it possibly be? But Deviljin, I think people have figured out that it is. The problem is not finding attacks and characters that play the heists, but the problem is
protecting it.
Yeah, and Deviljin is uniquely good at building in something like Goblin Bolt, right? From the discard pile, and he answers the damage question. Hawks does have issues with putting damage on things normally, right? And although you can put speed and use the mutant machine in that way, but Deviljin is so much more aggressive. He's so much better at assembling the pieces than Hawks, right? And Hawks' thing was that he was just finding the attacks to be able to do it, right? He could play 2 feathers, and you just need to find the 3rd move. Well, Deviljin is a guy who also doesn't struggle to put 3 moves in your card pool. So, yeah, that's the deck that I think we'll see is going to be the surprise, quote unquote, of the event. If people at home weren't paying attention. To
I've got I have seen with the if Tim Keefe is 3-0 by the time I'm back for lunch, I am demanding him to be on stream because his deck is just the most straightforward UniVersus deck.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna be like, what's going on here? And then you just watch people the soul disappears from them as they realize what's about to happen.
I mean, it's Tim.
Yep.
You and I did a little bit of scouting on
Yep.
his deck list before, and it's very Tim. It's got all sorts of ways and tricks to deal with what he perceives as the big boogeyman of the format.
Yep.
And as his local, right?
Oh, yeah.
What do you think the boogeyman of the format is?
The equipment heist
The
deck.
equipment heist deck? Okay, it's just the equipment heist deck. So for me, I would have attacked the action. He's attacking the assets, which is interesting to see. And I am excited for Tim to do well and for us to see his cool Ken deck on stream because he's got some interesting Tim Keefe.
Ryu deck.
Oh, Ryu. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Ryu, not Ken.
Yeah.
Ryu. And Ryu is a cool character because he's doing the stacking thing that the old Ryu that got
Yeah,
banned
we get to do it once per turn,
Yeah,
but you're like, I'm gonna look at 3 cards,
Put
draw,
his sticks on
and then
top.
doop,
Yeah,
six on
second
top.
stick. He's a very cool character, and I'm excited to see Tim do well because Tim's a guy who just shows up to events with his flavor, right?
Yeah. He's
Which-
already qualified for day 2. He's like, I'm just gonna play something and see what happens. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and if he gets on the deck early enough, and he'll just keep iterating it, and then like the Ibarra deck from like 2 years ago in St. Louis, he just like that was a deck he was just like, I'm just gonna keep messing
Yeah.
with this, and then he just showed up and came in second. You're like-
I think of Tim as like he's got like a Michael Keaton style. Where Michael Keaton has this quote where he says that he's like, "I'll do one for me and one for them."
Yep.
One for me, one for
For
them.
them.
So the one for them is the meta deck, right? He
Yep.
shows up with Pony, right?
Yep.
And he wrecks face. But then he's like, "Oh well, I think I'll show up with this Ryu deck,
Yeah.
And I'll do it's definitely a good deck, right? I know
Yes.
we've been waxing on for like 45 seconds. It's not a bad deck. It's Tim Keefe. He's gonna Tim Keefe over and over. But it's an interesting one that he's probably the only one in the room playing that character. I think.
There's a few Ryus I've seen people
Okay.
building. Will his iteration like help get that character to a new height? We'll see.
Well, we will see. Right now, though, we're going to be going to a break.
Yep.
Okay, Jesse's going to go take a shower, is what I heard.
Oh yeah,
Because
it is.
he's got round 3 into the lunch break.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he's going to come back. He already smells really good. It's the pheromones are really hitting me right now.
Oh, it's this room is at, let's see, we're at 80 degrees in here.
It's kind of hot in here, man.
It's kind of hot in here. I want to be able to cool off a little bit because when we come back from lunch, it's going to be nonstop, 5
True.
rounds, and it's
Yeah. So we're going to take a break. We will see you guys in just a second. Don't touch that dial or whatever mouse. We'll see
Don't
you
close
soon.
the tab.
Don't close the tab. Leave it open. See you soon.
See you soon.